Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we're doing the lunar year zodiac readings. But this time we're going to be using the Brian Froud Fairy Oracle and also the Willow runes. So these are going to be general readings. Well, general readings, but what their focus is going to be is how to get you to your magic, how to connect you to your magic, which is very exciting. So I'm going to put the lunar year signs in the timestamps below in the description, and you can click on your lunar sign and it will bring you to your reading. You might also want to check your ascendant if you know what your ascendant is, and I will see you there. Hello! So the first sign I am reading is for the rat, because the rat is the first sign of the lunar year zodiac. So let's start with a fairy card. That's exciting. It's the maiden. So you're going to be dealing with some new beginnings, sort of seeing the world with fresh eyes. Let's see what the runes have to say. So again, this is a general reading for whenever you find these videos, and this is what's going to help lead you to your magic as well. So your magic here, as indicated by the maiden, is to really reclaim that sense of wonder that you perhaps once had and perhaps felt that it has lost, and maybe also just to just reconnect with, I hate the term inner child. I mean, I don't hate it, but too many people have used it really destructively. Anyway, but really to connect with that inner spark that you maybe haven't had for a while. What the runes are suggesting is stillness will actually help you. Your central issue here is stillness. So we have Isa, which is the rune of ice. Just basically to spend some time being still and just to sort of reconnect with this radiance. What led up to this is you've been actually thinking about your worth and what makes your life rich and the wealth that is your life. And this has actually led you to, it's like, I think that if I can reconnect with when my life was magical, which was when things were new, everything seemed new and fresh and sparkling and magical, that will help me. So start by letting yourself be still. This is Isa, it's ice. Stillness, clarity. What will actually also help is reconnect with your inner voice. We have Ansu's reversed. Ansu's is the rune of communication, and reversed it has to do with inner voice, inner communication, and also silence. So we have recommendations for silence and stillness, and also connecting with your inner voice. What doesn't help is we have Lagus. Lagus is the rune of, it's water. It's basically the lake. And it has to do with all those emotions and intuitions and heart and things. And it seems like one of the things that you're worried about is the surge of emotions that you're going to get once you start to feel your heart again. That's part of it. So it is a concern. It's something that you're going to be worried about, and it may actually overwhelm you if you let it. If that starts to happen, bring yourself back up, connect with your inner voice, whether this is a spirit guide, whether this is your higher self, whether this is just basically reconnect with your inner communication. Keep yourself still, sort of in terms of when you're seeking this, and talk yourself through this basically, because the emotions are like water and weather and all that. Well, it's not weather. We don't see Hagalas here, but it's basically something that might feel overwhelming, but you can work through it, basically, if you face it and just move forward. And what this will lead to is a whole new journey for you. So, Year of the Rat, people, this is very exciting. Congratulations on a lovely reading, and good luck reconnecting with your magic. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye! The next sign I am going to read is for the Year of the Ox people. So let's start Year of the Ox people. Let's get your card. Your fairy card is, it says honesty, so that's neat. So part of your magic that you're going to be reconnecting with is just this pure nature element of, being true to yourself. Just letting your true self flow through. So let's see what the runes have to say about getting you there. Okay, Year of the Ox People. Right. Alrighty. Interesting. Okay, so your central issue is you're really looking to have an inward journey at this point. You're trying to find your truth, and through this truth you'll connect to your magic, to your pure inner power, your magic, being able to make things happen in a sparkling way, and also just to find a way to be true to yourself. This is Rydell reversed. It's an inner journey in this case. It may also be about ending a journey that you had before. Mostly I'm seeing this as yes, but also to turn the journey inward. What led up to this is we have Laguz. Laguz is the rune of the lake, and it has to do with emotion, intuition, and heart. You've had sort of a surge of emotions recently, which sort of made you end whatever journey you were ending, or just want to turn your journey inward, to find your truth and where the magic lies in that. What will help is we have Nauthis reversed. Nauthis is the rune of need, and reversed it's really, really the rune of need. It's basically tend your needs, basically drop what you're doing, make sure that your needs are tended to, because that's actually, once you take care of that, everything else starts to fall into place. So basically really, really tend your needs. It'll help make your inner journey more flowing and clear. What won't help is we have Ivaz. Ivaz is the rune of the yew tree, and it has to do with patience and slow growth. This is not going to be something you can do quickly. This is not going to be something you can do instantly. This is going to take time, and it will feel at times like it is taking forever and is really dragging you down. If that starts to be the case, bring yourself back up to here. Make sure that all your needs are tended. Make sure that you're not putting off something that you really, really need to focus on and face. And all of this will lead you to Ansu's reversed. Ansu's is the rune of communication and manifestation. It is reversed on the path line, and it says that you will be able to get more in touch with your inner voice, which will bring forth your inner truth, which will connect you to your magic. So that is your reading, Ox people. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. So the next sign I am reading is the Tiger people. So we're going to start with your card. That is going to be your card and your magic that you're going towards. And it says the Singer of the Chalice, which says to me that this is going to be a magic of healing, which is really cool. Going to be a healing journey for you, to your healing magic, and to be able to just sing forth this healing, which is very exciting. Now, your runes are saying that you're dealing with a challenge right now that seems insurmountable. It's extremely difficult. We have Thurizaz reversed. Thurizaz is always a challenge. It's the thorn, the gateway, and the giant. And it is reversed, and it's on the path line. Well, it's in the central spot. So it's something that you're dealing with that is super, super challenging. And in your seeking of your own healing and magic, and to be able to sing out your own healing, this is a challenge you're facing. What led up to this is we have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is the rune of active creation. It's Ing's rune. Ing is another name for Frey. Frey is the fertility god, and it has to do with just directly yang creating, basically shaping things, grabbing things and sort of wrestling them into the shape that you want them. And you've been sort of wrestling with this sort of thing to the point where it's like you can't do it anymore the way that you have been. You're being stopped by this challenge. So how do you get over this challenge? We have Isa. Isa is the rune of ice. Has to do with stillness and also clarity. So take the time, spend some time being still, let the clarity flow in, and that will help you get over this challenge. What doesn't help is it's sort of a direct connection from this. All this time you spent just forcing things into the shape that you wanted them, and it's basically snarled you up. And what will not help you is continuing to do that. You're going to be worried you're going to be wanting to keep fighting with things and forcing them into shape. This is Nauthiz. It's Nauthiz reversed. It's on the lower line. And you're basically, I mean, the reason you're doing it is because you feel like you want to make sure that all your needs are tended, which is totally admirable. You're worried that if you take time to be still, that you won't be able to do what you need to do. You will be able to do what you need to do. You don't need super, super loads of time away from things, but maybe you do, to help you heal, to actually, you need enough time. What you're going to need is enough time being still to let the clarity flow through and to connect with your healing magic. So if you start to feel like that, just basically say, you know what, I have to attend my needs. This is my needs. So let's get over this challenge is my needs right now. So we'll get back to the other ones a little bit later. And you will focus on basically being still, letting the clarity flow through. And this will lead you to Raido reversed. Raido is the journey rune and it is reversed. So I'm going to read this a couple ways. My tiger people, you are going to end the journey that you had begun over here. It's going to basically, you're going to draw it to a close. It's going to be the end of a chapter. At the same time, you're going to be bringing the journey inward, which is where you're going to find this magic that you're seeking, this healing magic. So that, tiger people, is your reading. And I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. So the next sign I'm going to be reading are the hare people, the rabbit people, or the cat people, depending on which tradition of the lunar year names you are going with. The hare people. So here is your fairy card. Ooh, hare people. Are you all right? We have the death card in the fairy oracle. So let's see what runes we get on that. Now, death card in tarot has to do with major change. Death card in the fairy oracle may be a little bit more mystic in terms of that and may actually be speaking of a kind of a death. Well, again, it'll be pretty much the same sort of thing. So I'm going to see this as your magic that you're seeking is comfort with this presence, because this is the presence that it's always with us. So, but also I'm going to take this as comfort not only with the presence of death, but also with the presence of change, major world-changing change. So your central issue here, hare people, is we have Nauthiz. Nauthiz is the rune of need. It is basically your main central issue. So your main focus right now is to tend your needs. It's not like super like reversed and you have to drop everything, but it's like you really, this is what's going to help you the most, is make sure that all your needs are tended and then you'll be able to move forward better. What led up to this is we have Avaz. Avaz is the horse rune. It has to do with movement. Also with spirit, but I'm seeing this more as movement where you were just pushing, moving, and you've hit up this basic wall at this point. Basically, you've hit this wall where you're going to have to tend your needs before you proceed. You're running around, and it's like, this. So you need to develop comfort with the presence of this because it's not like you can get away from it. Whether this is actual death or whether this is change. So can't outrun this. So what will help you at this point when you're sort of saying, okay, let me just make sure all my needs are tended, is Ingvaz. Ingvaz is the rune of active creation. It's phrase rune, so it has to do with, phrase the fertility god, so it has to do with making just really yang creation. Creating your reality, creating your surroundings, creating what's around you, basically having the say in all the parts. So that just basically getting on top of your needs that way. It's like, okay, I need this to be tended. I'm going to do it. Just basically shape your surroundings so that these things are tended. What doesn't help is it's an impossible challenge. We have Thurizaz. Thurizaz is the challenge rune. It's basically a gateway, it's a thorn, it's a giant, and it's basically, you can get overwhelmed by the fact that there's no way around this. There's no way around death. There's no way around major change. So what do? control what you can, basically. Control what you can control. And have that in hand. And what that will lead you to is a real sense of stillness and calm. We have Isa. Isa is the rune of stillness and clarity as well. So running around, you can't outrun this. Tend your needs, control what you can. Try not to get overwhelmed by the fact that this is an impossible challenge. Again, control what you can, and this will lead you to a sense of stillness and calm and clarity. So that, hair people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. The next sign I am reading, oops, I just put that right back, is the dragon people. So let's see what card the dragon people have. Ooh, the bodacious Bodoc. Okay. Bit stealthy. Perhaps that is actually something that you're looking to do. Bit mischievous, stealthy, and sneaky. Or perhaps to deal with something that's mischievous, stealthy, and sneaky. So let's see. Oh no, I think it actually is. Like, how can you, because dragons, you're very upfront. Dragons are very, like, you can't really, they're hard to miss. Dragons are hard to miss. So maybe you're looking for a way to be able to be a little bit more in stealth mode, and that's something that is a magic that you would like to learn. Now, what will lead you there is we have Isa, which is the central issue of your runes at this point, which has to do with stillness. It has to do with clarity. Leading up to this, we have Uruz, and Uruz is the rune of the wild ox. It has to do with strength and health, but also stubbornness. Right out there, just big ox. So you want to see what you can do about being a little bit more subtle. It's like you're looking for subtlety and perhaps some comfort in the shadows. What will help you, interestingly enough, is to connect with your joy. We have Vunyo. Vunyo is the rune of joy. You connect with your joy, and that will open up more keys for you to play. It'll open up more rooms in yourself that you can access that will help you with a little more subtlety that maybe you didn't have access to before. What doesn't help is this is new ground for you. This is absolutely new, and it can be overwhelming. It can just basically fill your whole field of vision and go, oh my gosh, I can't deal with this. Yes, you can. Connect with your joy. This will, to be particularly new age, this will let you vibrate a little more highly and give you access to more of what you have available to you. And what this will lead to is basically a greater awareness of your needs and what you need. We have Nauthiz. Nauthiz is the rune of need. So interestingly, as you barreled forward as like a dragon-shaped ox, you basically got to a point where you're going to say, okay, what if I tried this? What if I tried stillness? And in this stillness, what if I connected with joy? Let the joy lead me through, and that will actually show you where you have gaps and where you need to fill those gaps, and that will help you, and that is your reading. So good luck connecting with this particular magic dragons. This is a new lesson for you, new course, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. So the next sign I am reading are the snake people, the serpent people. So let's start with a card. What is your card? Luathis the Wild. So snake people, you are wanting to really connect with your wild nature, which is very exciting. I mean, you're very elegant people. In general, snake people are very elegant people, but this is a magic that you can access and that you can learn, and this is how the runes are going to show you how to access this. Ooh, neat. Okay, snake people. Your central issue here is Ansuz, and Ansuz is the rune of communication, but also manifestation. You're in communications with people, and this is sort of, at this point, you're sort of wondering about how do I become a little bit more wild? You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually throw down another rune just to clarify this one. Yeah, so how do you get more out of your communication? And I think connecting with your wild side will actually help you a lot. Sorry, this is Yira. It's the rune of the harpist. So I'm going to make a little room for that. So yeah, how do you get more out of your communications in the world, and how do you manifest more? And what led up to this is it's like it's been a dry period for you. You sort of felt like, you know, everything's sort of in a fog, and you haven't felt like you've made any progress, and you feel like, what else is there? It's like, okay, well, you know what? How do I get more out of communication? And this connecting with your wild side, not like but like connecting with your more nature-based, more deeply natural side will actually help with this. So what will actually help you the most, interestingly, is we have Othala. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. So it's sort of to focus on your home and what you want. And home isn't necessarily your bricks and mortar home. This could be just whatever your home mind space is, although it's not reversed, so it's not going to be all internal. It's going to be what you're going to be surrounding yourself with. You might want to bring more nature into your home, for heaven's sake. I mean, this might actually be a thing. Interestingly, the implication with this is to let it become around you organically, because what won't help is Ingvaz. So I think what I'm going to read Ingvaz is, as in this particular case, is don't tell wildness what to be for you, because wildness is what comes in naturally. So don't force it to be what you've decided before all of this is wildness. Let the wildness grow around you and become your new home. And this will actually allow you, all of this path here, as you connect with your wildness, this will actually allow you to be more comfortable in more chaotic situations, because you'll see that things are going to happen naturally that really aren't going to be a problem. Things sometimes happen naturally because that's the best thing to happen. That's what wants to happen. So to be able to step out into chaos and not feel like you have to immediately wrestle it into some sort of order, and to actually sort of revel and dance within that. So that, snake people, is your very interesting reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. So the next sign I'm going to read are for the horse people. Oh my gosh. The next sign I'm going to read is for the horse people. Is the horse people. Horse people. Grammatical issues from a former English major. Okay. Nellie's the alchemist. That's very exciting. So you actually have a magic power, or access to a magic power, that is all about alchemizing, which is basically the whole thing about alchemy is like to turn lead into gold, but it's also to turn things into other things that are exciting and nourishing and healing, which is very, very cool. So this is going to be about connecting with your alchemy power, which is a cool power. Ooh, there's the blank rune again in that spot. That's neat. So horse people, we have Kaunaz as the central issue. So you're really wanting to open up and expand. Kaunaz is the rune of fire. It's anything that has to do with start small, like a little spark, and then expand into a blaze. And sort of like opening up and expanding your abilities and your access to your magic. And in this case, it's the magic of alchemy. So leading up to this, again, you've had a sort of a blank period of time where it's sort of like you haven't felt focused or fulfilled, and this is going to help. Then you have this little spark that's like, hey, wait a minute, what if I started to work on my magic of bringing things together to make something that's more than the sum of its parts? So you're sort of focusing on that, and you're opening up to that, and you're expanding yourself. What will help in this case is we have Algies. Algies is the rune of the elk, what we in North America call a moose. It has to do with protection and support. And what this is telling me is that you actually have quite a good support system. And this is not even necessarily just like spirit guides and angels and things, which of course you have. However, this is going to be a support system around you in walking around life. that is going to be very much supportive of your endeavors and your ability to connect with your alchemy power, your ability to alchemize. And just being amidst other people as well will also help you to be able to see things from other angles and other standpoints that you might not have seen if you were alone. And that will help you figure out how you're going to alchemize various things, how you're going to put various things together in ways that work and bring into the world more than what they were separately. What doesn't help, and we've seen this rune in a few readings already in this session, in this spot, we have Thurisaz reversed. Thurisaz is the rune of challenge. It's the rune of the thorn, the giant, the gateway, and it is reversed. So it's going to feel like an impossible thing. It's going to feel like, no, you know what? I'm fooling myself. I can't possibly do this. Like, how would I even begin? The trick is that you inherently know how to do this. So if you just open up to it and sort of immerse yourself in your support system, like with the people who support you and with the people and world area places, things that make you feel supported, this will carry you over this problem, like this worry about how big of a challenge it is. This is going to carry you over it without even you thinking about it. So you are going to be able to expand past that. And what this will lead to is we have Ivaz. Ivaz is the yew tree rune. This has to do with patience and slow growth and slow development. You will feel after this initial hurdle that you are on a path that stretches out in front of you further than you can see. And you'll be okay with this. This is like every step I take is going to get me a little bit further and grow me a little bit more. And I don't mind that it's going to take quite some time because I'm up for this journey. This is my journey. This is my magic. And my magic and my journey will carry me forward. And that, horse people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. So the next sign I am going to read are the sheep people. Sometimes the goat people, depending on which version of the lunar year zodiac you are going with. So sheep people, let's start with our fairy oracle card, show you what kind of magic. The undressing of a salad. That's whimsical. So it looks like your magic is going to have to do, sheep people, with deconstructing things and sort of seeing the beauty and the diversity underneath. So that's exciting. So let's see how the runes suggest you get there. So let's see. Okay, sheep people, your central issue is Uruz, and Uruz is the rune of the wild ox. So you're really going to be connecting with your just inherent strength and your inherent health. It's just basically how to be healthy and how to be, this might even be, there might even be a message here to enjoy all the little bits. And in terms of, and this will make you more healthy. So you've been focused on your health and your strength lately. It's been a long slog to get to this point. We have Ivaz, which is the yew tree rune, has to do with patience and slow growth and slow development. So you finally reach this point where you're like, no, you know what? I want to be strong. I want to be healthy. So you're focusing on getting to this magic where you can see beyond the dressing of things, where you can actually see all the bits and all the diversity and all of the beauty and wonder and sometimes scary things and cool things, but just see them naked, like see them without sugarcoating. So this is going to be your drive towards your magic of finding all the truth underneath sheep people. So lovely, lovely sheep people who are so idyllic and seek beauty. So there is beauty in all of this, even the bits that are a bit scary, but it brings you more strength and more health when you see things as they truly are. So what will help you is to actively do this. You're actively taking charge and doing this. We have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is the rune of active creation. It's Ing's rune. Ing's another name for Frey. And it basically has to do with, don't leave it up to, because you've gone a long way not doing this. And you're sort of wondering, it's like, how can I be stronger? How can I be healthier? Well, take charge and choose to see this. Choose to undress the salad. Choose to see things individually and diversely and all that, and this will bring it all into focus. What will drag you down, though, is we have Yira. Yira is the rune of the harvest, but it also has to do with time, and there's a certain impatience because you've gone all this way, like slogging forward for a long time, and you feel like you don't have any time left to do this. Like, I don't have time to really look at things and let the dressing fall away. You do, and if you're actively doing it, if you're working on it, then it's not going to feel like it's going to take as long as all that as you worry it will. I mean, everything takes longer than you think it will, but if you're actively choosing to look for all the little faces and to look for all the beauty and wonder that is separate and also interconnected, it's not going to take as long as you think. And your next step is, we have Ansus, Ansus, oh my gosh, Ansus, which is the rune of communication and manifestation. But I'm seeing this more as communication, is that the more you do this, the more you actively do this, the more you're going to have to communicate with, which is really exciting. You're going to be able to refer to this, you can actually see these new faces to communicate with, which is more than you've had like ever. This is very, very exciting. But also to have a greater sense of manifestation in your world. You're able to make your world more rich and have more that speaks to you. So that, sheep people, is your very exciting reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. So the next sign I am going to read is the monkey, year of the monkey people. So let's see what your card is. Oh, you know what? This font is making it. Oh, Garcha. Garcha. So something peeking out. Very exciting. Let's see what the runes have to say. Ooh, okay. So monkey people, you are really focused more than ever now on connecting with a very, it's like, I'm almost going to say this is shadow work, only this is shadow work more in focus on revealing things that you had sort of considered not you, like you sort of had disowned. You disowned these parts of yourself, but there's actually great magic in those parts of yourself. You may not consider these shadow aspects to be something that you condone, but once you embrace and own them, they're not going to pop out and scare you anymore. They're actually going to be something that you can draw on for great magic. So your central issue here, we have Hagalaz. Hagalaz is the rune of chaos. It's the rune of the uncontrolled uncontrollables, as shadow sometimes is. What you're focusing on to connect with this is you're going to want to step into this chaos and just sort of be of it, sort of to embrace it. What led up to this is it's almost like you feel like you've been lying to yourself. We have Ansus and reversed. So there is a sense of intercommunication, which is good, but it's like you're sort of doubting some of your inner communication. So you really want to step into the chaos and connect with shadow. It's not like you're lying to yourself, but it's like something is speaking that you didn't recognize before as yourself. And you're sort of inclined to doubt that voice, except it's part of you. So embracing the shadow and embracing your chaos is something that's going to connect you with this and the power that is inherent to it. What will help you is the fact that you know that you are inherently strong. And if you don't, this is the rune telling you that you're inherently strong. We have Uruz. Uruz is the rune of the aurochs, the wild ox, and it has to do with strength and health. You're inherently strong, so you can handle this. You're solid. So you can step into the chaos and not be buffeted around as much as you think you will be. You can maintain this solidity amidst this. And so try not to worry about it, because you're not going to get blown over. You're actually going to be the solid thing that eventually will be able to lure the shadow near enough to communicate with. What doesn't help is we have Yira. Yira is the rune of the harvest. It also has to do with time. And I am seeing this as you may not feel like you have the time to devote to this, and you may also be afraid of what's going to come up out of this harvest. But try not to let that be the case. Like, try not to let that drag you down. It might. But bring yourself back to remembering how strong you are and how solid you are. And what this will lead you to, monkey people, is just a whole new world. We have the blank runes. So it's going to be, things are going to be a lot more open. You're going to be like, wow, I feel bigger than I've felt in ages, and I feel more expansive, and I feel like this is all new, and this is really exciting. And you may have a lot to talk about with this particular shadow. So that is your reading, monkey people. I wish you a lovely day or evening, and from the gaucha as well. The gaucha. Have a lovely day or evening. I wish you the most fun connecting with this and your magic. Take care till next time. Bye. So the next sign I'm going to be reading in this Find Your Magic reading. Sorry, I'm just trying to bring some of the gold over more because it's sort of rolled out and is no longer prettily framing the picture because of my elbows. So let's start with the card. The next sign I'm reading is the Rooster. So let's see what card you get, Roosters. Ooh, that's quite exciting, and there's a piece of gold. The Singer of Initiation. So your magic is really looking to step into a new realm at this point. You're sort of looking to move into a new level of magic. So you're already pretty magic. You're already pretty darned magic. I mean, everybody already is. But this card is saying that you're ready. You're ready to step into a new level of magic that you haven't been in before. So it's quite cool. Ooh, interesting. So let's see what the runes have to say about this. Yura, you keep dropping into that spot. I am mixing you. Okay, so your central issue here is Ingvaz. Ingvaz is the rune of Ing, and Ing is another name for Frey, and Frey is the fertility god, and this has to do with active creation. So you're looking to create something new, basically. And this totally ties in with Singer of Initiation. You want to sing yourself into a new level of magic. Leading up to this, you have found out something about yourself that you did not know before, and this is what sort of triggered this idea of, you know what, this can lead to an initiation because I didn't know this about myself before. I'm willing to explore this. This is something exciting. So you're actually going to be taking charge and saying, okay, let's run with this. Let's see where this leads. What will help you is we have Ivaz. Ivaz is the rune of the yew tree, and it has to do with patience and slow growth. It also has to do with one foot in each world, because the yew tree grows up, and then it goes down, and then it grows up, and it goes down. So it's like sometime in the underworld, sometime in the waking world. And this is basically going to be some steps. What I'm getting to is that patience is going to help you with this because it's brand new. It's a new thing. Just sort of savor every step on the way. Sort of really take the time to immerse as you move forward into this new realm and exploring this new level of being that you've just recently discovered you have access to. What won't help is the opposite of patience, feeling like you don't have the time. We have Yura. Yura is the rune of the harvest. It also has to do with time, how much time has passed, how little time may be left. Basically, right now, it's like, I don't know if I have time to do this. The answer is you do. So if you're breathing, you do. So take that time, breathe those breaths, take those steps. This is what's going to help you move forward with this decision to explore and really get into initiating yourself in this new way, to really explore what you found out about yourself that was so interesting that you said, let's start this, let's see where it goes. And what this will lead you to is a new idea of home. We have Othala. Othala is the room of It's the rune of the home and the homeland. And it's basically saying this is going to enrich your home. This is your home's state of mind. And you're going to feel more expansive and more protected and more secure than you did before you started this. So that, Rooster people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. So the next sign I am going to read is the dog people. Okay, dog people. Doggies. Oh my gosh, dog people, look what we got. Fairy guide. And there's no picture. You have to imagine. Now it's basically your fairy guide. So your fairy guide may vary. This is exciting. I forgot that this card was in here. So basically what it's saying is your magic is going to be connecting to a new guide, which is really exciting. And again, your guide may vary. So this is going to be brand new for you. This is really exciting. Ooh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, dog people, very exciting. Ooh, there's Othala again. So your central issue is Ansu's reversed. Ansu's reversed is inner communication. You are going to want to connect inwardly with this new guide that you have, which is really exciting, and I'm excited for you. I'm excited for us because I'm a dog. Leading up to this, there's been a lot of wrestling things into shape. We have Ingvaz. Oops, sorry, Ingvaz. I tiddly-winked you. Ingvaz is the rune of Ing. Ing is another name for Frey. Frey is the fertility god, and it has to do with active creation. So you've been really sort of forcefully bringing things into shape for a while. And this has basically led you to the point where it's like, you know what, I'm a bit lost. I would like to have some guidance from the wilder realms. And this has led you to this, like, okay, let's turn inward. Let's listen very carefully inward. Let's be silent and listen and connect with this new guide that's just waiting to come forward. Your guide may vary. What will help is we have Gabo. Gabo's the rune of the gift. In the ancient Norse, a gift was never you just give somebody something. A gift was always an exchange. You never gave something without getting something in return. This has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals, but it also has to do with one-on-one communication, like one-on-one interaction. So the way to get on with this is just to get on with it. Look inward, let your guide find you, and then communicate with them. Basically have this one-on-one relationship with this guide. As well, make the agreement, decision, and goal to do this. What won't help is we have Nauthi's reversed. Now Nauthi's is the rune of need. Reversed, it's really, really the rune of need. But there's a sense of, I don't have time for this. This is some, like, here I am, I'm creating my life and everything. It's like, you're going to want to force this into being something like you've been working on before. Don't do this, it's going to ruin it. You don't want to, don't edit it as it's coming through. This has to be wild, this has to be true. Let this communication and this interaction be the truth of it, and let it happen organically. Don't force it to be something that it isn't or might not be. This is all about surprise, so let them surprise you. So this will actually lead to an enrichment of your whole home life. We have Othala. Othala's there. Othala just showed up in this in the previous spread, so that's interesting because it means pretty much the same thing. This is going to enrich your home in terms of not just your bricks and mortar home, but also your home state of mind, your comfort zone, and it's going to make things more rich, more secure, and more grounded than before to have this connection. So that, dog people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Okay, and the next sign I am reading is the Year of the Pig People, or the Year of the Boar People, however you want to say it. But you lovely, lovely Year of the Boar People. And oh my gosh, I get Geo this slow every time I use this deck. But I cannot think of anybody more deserving of Geo than you, lovely pig people who know the benefits of taking things slow and slowing down and just really appreciating things in nature. So that is your magic. The magic to really slow down and really appreciate things in nature and in life, which is great. I love this reading already. Oh my gosh. All the other signs would be envious of this reading, I would think, because this is a lovely, lovely reading. So your magic is to be able to slow down and connect with nature and connect with life in a much more slow and appreciative way. What will help you with this? We have Vunyo. Vunyo is the rune of joy. So really just focus on joy, connect with your joy. That's going to make everything else fall into place. Leading up to this, we have Ansu's. Ansu's is the rune of communication and manifestation. Just basically be in communication with, I'm not saying talk, but I am saying have a communication of sort going on. Be in communication, it might be like communicate with people, just be open and communicate. But also through communicating, you have a choice to manifest around you a certain reality, basically. So, I mean, it depends on how you're communicating. If you're communicating angrily, which you're not likely doing, but I'm just giving an example, then you're going to create around you a more angry surrounding. So being aware of that and being aware of what you want to manifest in the world has led you to this. So your question is, it's a central issue about joy, but also joy is always good advice and to connect with joy. And part of that is connecting with your magic that allows you to slow down and really appreciate things. What will help the most in this? We have Nauthiz. Nauthiz is the rune of need. Make sure your needs are tended to. You know, that whole make sure your own oxygen mask is on and in place before attempting to assist another. That's going to be the best thing you can do. So make sure that your needs are attended to when you go out into the world in any way. And this will help you connect with what makes you feel joyous. And what doesn't help is we have Yira. Yira has shown up in this spot in a few readings in this session. Usually it has to do with time in terms of how much time has passed, how little time is left, blah, blah, blah. But I am seeing this as worrying about what might come through. This is the harvest rune. So you're sort of concerned about what you might be met with and what might come through all of this. Also a bit of time issue, more about the stretching of time and how long to do this for, and you might not want, I mean, basically just remember this is a season. So if this starts to drag you down in any of those ways, bring yourself back up, tend your needs, let the focus on your joy become front and center. And this will lead you to just basically a open new world. We have the blank rune. This is the blank rune. Yes, that would have been funny if I'd said it was and it wasn't. Basically, this will lead you to a whole new world around you to sink into and slow down in and enjoy. As long as your needs are tended and you're just basically focusing on joy, sink into it, enjoy that. The world is beautiful. So that, pig people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.